The wash debiting station must periodically be drained of solvent and refilled. When the wash is low on solvent, it can be topped off. However, if an HTC Over Limit error message appears on the dashboard and it is not attributed to low solvent levels, the boil chamber should be drained of solvent and refilled. I do want to note, older wash units may have drains that are covered and unlabeled, requiring the removal of a sheet metal panel for access. The arrangement of the drains is the same for older and newer units. From left to right, we have the boil drain, water separator drain, and the immersion drain. A very important safety note, we want to make sure that throughout this entire procedure we are wearing our solvent rated gloves and eye protection when performing any of these procedures. We will also want to dispose of the fluids that are drained out of the wash accordingly to local regulations. We do not want to pour any of these fluids down the drain. We will start by going over the water drain. The upper valve on the rear face of the wash one is the water drain. Under normal circumstances, in normal humidity, it should be drained daily. In order to empty the water drain, first position a solvent rated container beneath the drain, then we will open the water drain valve. A mix of water and solvent will slowly drain out. When the flow stops, we can close the valve. To completely drain the wash one unit, we will need to drain the boil chamber, immersion chamber, and water separator. So, let's talk about the boil chamber. When the boil chamber is drained, the heating element should be turned off. However, the solvent must be warm. Otherwise, the dissolved wax will harden and will not drain properly. So first, we will want to warm the solvent. Then, we will turn off the wash one heating element by toggling the heater switch on the dashboard to the off position. Note, we do not want to unplug the unit. Next, we will position a large solvent-rated container beneath the leftmost spout of the rear panel of the wash marked boil drain. Then, we will open the boil drain valve and fully drain the boil chamber. Once the boil chamber has been completely drained, we can close the valve. We will now talk about the water separator. We should not drain the water separator at all unless fully draining the wash one of fluid. To begin, we will position a solvent-rated container beneath the water separator drain. Next, we will open the water separator drain, and a mix of water and solvent will slowly drain out. As before, when the flow stops, we can close the valve. We will finish up our draining procedure with the immersion chamber. Just like the water separator, we do not drain the immersion chamber unless fully draining the wash one of fluid. Note, before proceeding with draining the immersion chamber, be sure to verify that the boil chamber has been drained first. Do not proceed if the boil chamber has not been drained. Now, we will position a large solvent-rated container beneath the immersion chamber drain and open the valve. Once the fluid is fully drained, we can then close the valve. Again, as a reminder, dispose of all used solvent according to local regulations and do not pour it down the drain. At this point, we can refill our wash one unit and then toggle the on-screen heater to the on position on our wash one.